Welcome to the Saturday Morning Muse, everyone. I'm Andy Temte, and today is September the 30th, 2023, the last day in Q3. Tomorrow starts the dreaded Q4 from a business perspective. It sneaks up on us much faster than we think. Anyway, I rarely wade into the world of politics in this forum, but today is an exception. So here we go. Employers around the world have been installing programs and plans to increase employee engagement for decades. An ongoing set of studies by Gallup shows clearly that an engaged employee population outperforms their disengaged peers across a host of key performance indicators, or KPIs. In their Q12 employee engagement assessment, researchers at Gallup compare top quartile, or engaged teams, and bottom quartile, disengaged teams, across myriad countries, industries, and organizations on performance metrics such as productivity, profitability, absenteeism, turnover, and quality. In their latest version of the Q12, Gallup found that the top quartile outperformed the bottom quartile by 81% in absenteeism, 23% in profitability, 18% in productivity, 41% in quality, and 18% in employee turnover. And that's for companies that identify as having high turnover characteristics to begin with. Clearly, engagement matters in the private sector, and it's not far-fetched to make the assumption that these results would translate to institutions and government entities. So, now let's assume that you're a member of the United States Congress. One of your most important jobs is to fund the government. Since a large portion of government discretionary spending goes to support roughly 4 million federal employees, votes cast to fund or not fund the government will have real, meaningful impacts on the lives of the civilians and military personnel who work to support and protect us every day. These are real people who live and work in our communities. They have homes, kids, and car payments. I know from personal experience as a leader that teams who believe their jobs are at risk or whose pay is uncertain do not perform at their peak abilities. The constant threat of being let go or of not getting paid in a timely manner looms over the team like a dark gray cloud. When the rumors swirl that X team is going to be downsized or Y operating unit is going to be shut down, productivity grinds to a crawl. So, what's the point? As private citizens, we love to grouse about government productivity or the lack thereof. Behind all this grousing is a desire to have more productive government entities, to have our tax dollars go further. How can we do that? Focus on engagement. Who needs to focus on engagement? The managers and leaders of government agencies and their bosses. Who's the ultimate boss? It's Congress. They hold the purse strings. So, if you're a member of Congress who thinks it's a good idea to score political points by shutting down the government, think again. All a government shutdown will produce is more self-inflicted wounds, and we don't need any more of those. One of those wounds shows up in the form of a less engaged federal workforce, and we all pay for a less engaged federal workforce in the form of lower productivity. So, collectively, Congress is the employer of the largest workforce in the United States. It's time the nation's largest employer starts thinking more carefully about the engagement of its teams and its individual team members. Have a wonderful weekend, and I sure hope that we didn't have a government shutdown. I recorded this on Tuesday, the 26th, and my best guess is we've got a government shutdown. Have a great weekend.